Hello, today we shall have a very quick transitioning reading from April to May. And now let's sum the previous reading for April, which gave us very good indications of abundance, enjoyment and fulfillment. And today we shall see how my Rune Oracle deck, if you remember it, my Rune deck, how the Rune deck will react, what it's going to say. So okay, let me shuffle the cards a little bit. While thinking, transitioning. Okay, good. Now let's split the cards. Take this one. Okay, don't mind the dog. I'm in my other home now, so it's kind of noisy, but please don't mind it. So we have here is end. This rune indicates that something is going to end. What is the thing which is going to end? Okay, we have to be careful here because there is a very big chance of our own energy of abundance to end. So in this case, seeing that there's a chance of the abundance to get lost, I shall shuffle the cards again, and we shall do two little spreads in this case of seeing what we're supposed to do in order to have our energy of abundance continuing. Okay, so first of all, transitioning period. Okay, first of all, the first rune here, this beautiful card, is indicating this. Right now, we are not really honest with ourselves in the efforts we're doing in order to have abundance and to be enjoying our life. This is why the next rune here, the giant, indicates that we're facing a big challenge, a big situation, perhaps a crisis or a conflict with someone, and because of this we are still able to release ourselves from this. We're able to avoid it. The question is how. The next rune shall give us the answer. The next one is changing, adaptation. Okay, so right now, according to the first three runes here, those three beautiful things here, say that first of all, we are not really honest with the things that are happening in our lives, and because of this we might have some conflicts and crises and those kind of stuff. But here I have the rune of adaptation, the rune of calculation, if you say it like this. Just have to be adapted to the new situations, to the new energy. So please adapt, okay? And based, if we adapt to these, we shall have what happens next. First of all, we have this one, and these two actually means basically the same thing. The first one means a change, some kind of change is happening which will lead to something better, and as a result of this we're gonna be very happy. So again, the energy of abundance can be still saved because of, remember those two, end of the abundance, we can still save it. What I think, because of the conflict here, this might be something really big in our lives, during this month. So please be focused, try to adapt to the new things. And the last one here says, okay, we are going to have some up and downs, which are because of this one, which is again crisis, conflict. But again, we have the divine energy, because this means, the gods basically, which give us again indication that we shall have a period of prosperity towards the end of the month here. Just let me focus, thank you. We're gonna have a period of prosperity, but we have to face the conflicts face up. Just face the conflicts, Okay, so this is the runes we can save the energy of abundance, but we have something to deal with, a conflict or 1 or 2 conflicts. Okay. By the way, this was the first time I ever did a transition reading with the runes. And now for a backup, we shall have my Tarot Marseille here. Okay, so what does the Tarot Marseille says about transitioning from this month, April, month of abundance, to the next? Okay, so I'm splitting the cards into 2, getting the one underneath, getting the one underneath, and putting the one on top of the other. Okay, so the cards here say okay, here on the cards we have a lot of work to do. You see, working. Although this is the Queen of Swords here, the Queen of Swords represents basically in a traditional reading a woman who is working, but as a transitioning reading I wouldn't interpret this like this. I would interpret it as you have to work, but you know, the woman, the female individual, is much more intuitive, much more observant, and because of this she can much more relax because of her observations. So please be observant, be intuitive, and you have to have stable thoughts. You see, the Four of Swords here means relaxation, means clear head, means seeing things objectively rather subjectively, so we have to be objective. Okay, see, we have the Justice here, you see. We have to try to see things, we have to measure things up, which is right, which is wrong, and we shall have some serious news coming to us, which would make us feel relaxed, because we have the Fool, we have complete neutrality, so you have to be really neutral. And then we have Mrs. Death, a new beginning, which new beginning says happiness, and again working. You see, you have to be working here, and also you have to use new way of thinking, new way of proceeding things. So basically it does get a little bit close. Now it's getting closer to the runes deck, because the rune deck says we're gonna have some serious thing, just a thing that pops up. You don't have to adapt with it and cope with it. And here we have again something interesting, because we have the work here and we have to measure things. You see, I have to measure things on the scale, so we have to know which is right, which is wrong. And thus again we can make an adaptation which would result in happiness and energy of abundance. But here the card suggests use a new way. You know, use a new way based on your strong character traits. Okay, so if you're good at observation, good at communicating, use those traits of your character in which you're the strongest, and thus you will have the happiness and abundance. So this was it, my dear friends, my April to May transition video. Hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I wish you, Easter is coming. Be happy, emotional, enjoy everything that is happening in your life. Enjoy absolutely everything, and just be happy.